I know we spoke before. You said there were 2 young artists.
Hmm.
One was Usher. Who was the
Yo,
other
that's
one?
One
crazy.
was
Yo,
Usher,
not Kevin Hart.
and
That's
I
my
believe the
man.
other one was
Hey, do
definitely
y'all
somebody's
believe
son.
this? I don't
It
know.
was definitely somebody's
Okay,
son.
Like I said, this
it
straight
wasn't before
entertainment.
we
Please
talked, you
do
said it was,
research.
Justin Bieber,
Yeah,
I
Like,
thought,
it was
subscribe,
him too,
share.
as well.
Let's
It
go.
was Justin
and
Bieber,
some
and
anybody else that
Will
you could
Smith's son
recognize?
too. Will Smith's son too. I ain't holding no punches. Yeah, it was Will Smith's son too.
And there were some young women, or
It was
just
females. Uh, I'm not good with everybody name in the music business because I only listen to several different artists. But it was J Lo. It was in there. It was the young lady that sued him. I can't remember her name.
right, Cass is it Cassidy?
Cassidy. I can't really tell how it's made because you got to really draw it in. It seemed like the camera was up in the light on it, shooting from a
Right.
corner. It was some in the bathroom. Uh, it showed that how they set Kevin Hart up. Um, but see,
What do you mean, set Kevin Hart up?
oh, somebody came and gave him. That was the newest one. I'm mixing some up. The newest one I had got was like when Kevin Hart was in a hosted his show, and they was in a bathroom, just him, and then a bodyguard came in there. Then he came out, and the girl bought him a drink. He tasted, and it's like he tasted when he tasted it, the second drink of the same glass. That's when he was coming kabottle, like something was there. Then it showed him in the tub getting whacked. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I switched it.
When it showed Usher and, Will Smith's son and, Justin Bieber, well, I mean, were they underage at the time?
I tried to go by his tattoos for Justin Bieber age, but at the time it started from when he could have been 16 because he was real. He ain't have all the tattoos on it. He had the little shaggy head doing the front. I forgot the bob, whatever the girls call it, hanging in front of his head. And Game handed him a bottle. Like there wasn't nobody who got the bottle. Game walks around Diddy, hand him the bottle, he drink it, and they like blew him down off his feet. So he could have been young back then. You understand? You could say he wasn't 17. I don't know if you understand, he ain't have, he ain't too far out of Pampers. So, what I mean by that, he definitely wasn't 17 or 18. I could say he was pushing 16 hard or early because how he was dressed and how he was, yeah, I could say he probably about 16 or 15.
If that's the case, then and Usher was in those same videos, is it around the same time period? Like, was Usher
Usher was in a video when he was definitely young because I remember he came home. They talked about drinking the champagne. He had champagne. He talked about he asked him in the video, was that Ed Lover for Hot 97? So you talking about Ed Lover back in Hot 97 when he was DJing, you take the time for that. Usher had to be like 16. Like he didn't even have a good beehive back then. He was definitely young. He was definitely young because he spoke. I heard him say in the video about was that Ed Lover from Hot 97. They were sitting on the couch. Could have been like in a family room or could have been in bedroom. Most people put like couches in their bedroom as well. The room big enough. They matched the bedroom. But he definitely was underage.
is Albie Shore on the
I
video?
didn't see Albie Shore directly into the video. I don't know who it was, but they said he walked in and he was giving me um head, as they say, in the office. And he said, "Yo, he did that to him for money." So I think me, if you was seeing it, anybody else say, "Oh, he used it to enforce his rule of taking his son away from him away from Kim."
Okay, so for those people that don't understand that, um, Kim Porter had was it a son with Albie Shore? She was married to him prior to, being married to or being with, Sean Combs. So
To break
he
that,
then blackmailed him
I don't think it was
into
more blackmail. It's to break him down. Like this is the man you're supposed to be with. You understand? And I can see it because if I lose, I'm a good loser. So if I lose my wife, and I'm not married today, if I lose my wife to any man, I'm not losing my kids to any man. I don't care how much money they got, how big their name is. I'm still gonna be their father. You're not gonna have me take care, especially that young. You understand? I got 2 sons of my own. So you telling me that if my son um come to me or his mother come to me and say, I want that guy to be his father, they both crazy. That's my breath. You know what I'm saying? You can have her
Mhm.
because it's such thing as divorce. It's such thing as that. It's such thing as adoption. You want a son, go adopt a son. But looking at it from your eyes, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. If you got kids,
Mhm.
you're not gonna let a man take your wife and your kids. You understand? You and before us, kings didn't let you take their castle. Never mind take their queen and the kid. You understand? But that's modern day. That's in every textbook today. It's a thing of divorce. You understand? We fight over um kids today. You understand? Somebody says something to my sons, of course I'm fighting over them. You understand? So you're not gonna just take my son away from me. I think he was more used as leverage. Some men think just because another man get them head or they hit the other man in the back, they not the same as that man. You understand? You gay if you watch a video of 2 men having sex. You understand? You gay if you let another man perform any type of active to. Today, I don't know why they don't come out and say it. You know why it's so undercover when you get married. It's like a picture ID today. You can walk around with your lover. So you understand?
I mean, I'm thinking I'm thinking just in the industry at that
Oh
time,
no, it
it
wasn't.
was
It wasn't that.
frowned on.
Of course, it wasn't that out open to do it. You understand? But people have done it. You understand?
Right.
2024, whenever it came, and people ain't just pop up and say I'm gay and I'm happy. You understand? It just was more. It was more legal now that you go get married, same sex. You understand? I'm not the one to judge them and tell them that they can't, but when you in a rap game, I'm not gonna say R&B, but when you're in a rap game, you can't be in the booth tomorrow getting guns and running down on somebody when somebody running down on you. You understand? It's portraying.
Okay, so you get these flash drives, you take a look at them, you cobble together these writings, right? Like the memoir, you put it together, you get it turned into some books,
No, I
and
didn't put it
you
together. It
no?
went from the flash drive straight to print.
Okay.
Nothing was
So you
rearranged, nothing was changed. It was straight went straight to it.
so you had somebody print print the books up, and you did you try, I mean, at some point, did you go out and you try and, like, how did it get to it I mean, how did it get to Todd? I mean, I know I talked to, Wade Williamson, so I know that at some point he contacted you, but prior to that, you told me on the phone, prior to that, you had tried to kinda promote it yourself and get it out
I
there.
didn't personally try to promote it. Like I said, I wasn't so anxious to put it out to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I did what I could do. I did the hard work. I put it on paper. I put it on cover, and I gave it to somebody to get money, and they end up dealing with Wade. And then I asked Wade, how did he get it? He said he got it from you. I said, you didn't get it from me. How do you get the book? He said, no, I got it. He inboxed me. Oh, I got it from. Uh, I bought it from someone, and somebody want to talk to you. He said, he said, private investigator, talk to him. Invest. Since you don't have no problem, then I told him, and we did business.
He said that Chris Todd was a private investigator. Chris Todd's he's a he's a reporter. He's
Well,
a pro
well,
he's
not
a,
a private investigator, whatever he is.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
what do they call him? A
a
journalist,
journalist.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, journalism.
so you spoke with Todd. You guys went back and forth. Like, did he ask to see the flash drives?
I sent him one of the flash drives that came with the book where you see everything was legit, how he did it. Say I pressed it up. It was a joint deal together. You understand? So
But it did. But did the flash drive you sent him have any of the videos on it?
I have no idea. But I sent him this. I don't know what happened to that book. It had pictures in it. It had him and Snoop holding hands under the table. He rubbing on Snoop leg and hands. And then it had him in the mold with Leo, Leo girlfriend talks about it, like why you Diddy Jr. Um, they had a lot of pictures. And
Right.
with Biggie way back then when they was supposed to have been beefing. That's why I call him a double agent. Him in the wrong mode with Andre Harrell.
Once you got it to, you end up working a deal out with Todd. What was he supposed to do with the book? He was supposed to get it published.
He
How did
wanted
that come?
he wanted to get it published and put out.
What I mean, what was that conversation?
No, he said Wade told me he had somebody who wanted to put it out. That he get it blown up, he'd put it out. It wasn't on. He got it on Amazon. He got
Okay.
Kim's face on the front of it. He took the off of it and put Kim's face on it.
Okay.
And did his numbers. It did. I think the book itself sold it. So he played a part of it, a great part of it. He did his interviews.
Well, I think initially, according to Wade, like the first week it was out, it didn't sell. It wasn't selling. Wade ended up contacting
Yeah,
you
he was
guys
on
and
your
asked.
show. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because he had contacted me. He said, "Look," he said, "would you be interested in having me on to talk about this memoir?" And he kind of explained it to me, and I was like, "Okay." And he said, "But I got to contact, let me contact Todd and Courtney to see if they're okay with me doing this." And then you guys gave him the green light, but he had said that you guys were like, "Don't mention our names. Just don't even mention. Just mention that the book came out." And so I did like a whatever over an hour long video with him. And then I think a couple days later, after we put it out, a couple days later, it's like it got 250,000 views like in the first day. So within a day of that, Todd started doing interviews where Todd said he didn't want his name associated with it, but then he ended up doing an article with somebody and mentioned that he had published the book,
Mm-hmm.
which was strange. But so then the book, of course, then it really obviously started selling. And how many, do you know how many copies it had sold or how much?
You know what? I don't even got record of that. I just know it's money out there that I didn't receive. I can't really tell you how many units itself sold, but I'm sure it sold a lot. I looked on it today before I talked to you. It's up for auction for 5,000 for one book. So it had to sell a lot for somebody to put on eBay for that much.
Todd said it sold over $1 million.
Right.
It did over $1 million in gross sales.
Right.
So, and I know that it within, let's say 2 weeks, it was an Amazon bestseller. It was the Amazon bestseller.
Right.
And then, I mean, listen, everybody was talking about it. What's her name? Nancy Grace is talking about it.
Yes.
Candace Owens is talking about
He was
it.
reading it.
Yeah, everybody's reading it.
Page.
Todd is doing all these different. Suddenly, Todd's doing all these interviews. I mean, it was really blowing up there for a while, and then I guess Albie Shore got a hold of it,
Mm-hmm.
and he was very upset because of what it said about he and Sean Combs. What happened? What the memoir says happened between the act that happened between the two of them.
Right.
So he got upset. And then his lawyer sent out cease and desist letters
The season
to
was,
Amazon.
I seen that. It was mostly for Kim picture on the front of it, respect for the family. And I can understand it. That's their mother. But you can't be upset about what your mother did, what she did. I know she passed and gone. What about Tupac mother? What about Biggie mother? What about Craig Mack mother? What about Albie Shore mother? What about Heavy D mother? What about Black Rob mother? What about the corner that did Kim test on her, his mother? There's a lot of mothers out there hurt. You understand? That followed them and other people mothers who loved them as artists. So you can't symbolize his mother. That's why it didn't supposed to have his cover on it, her face on it. But the book is true. I didn't change it. I'll be sure biggest problem was he thinks somebody stole the book and put it out. Of course, we men. He's a man. Who want people to know that kids know when something happened like that? You know what I'm saying? But he caused a moral problem for himself. Be quiet. Let people believe what they want to believe. People says UFOs. Be quiet because at the same time, what about King? He had a mother and a father. So for you to say something about his father on TV that he was the one who did this to me, he killed Kim, your son is in the house with them. He could go back to you. If Puffy go to jail today, that he is, but for life, who gonna feed the twins and King? He ain't gonna feed them. Kristen could go back home with him. Jessica got a mother. They doing very good. So he's more making it bad for his son in the house with them because they're looking at him like, what is your father talking about that he did this to my father? They got the same mothers, but he still got a father to go to. King don't. The twins don't. So I'll be sure best thing to do, let the believers grieve in on the moon that came down to earth. Let them believe it's flying saucers in this thing. Let them believe clones is taking over people. But at the end, he need to get back time with his kid, his son that he lost. He need to make a way for them because that lifestyle he won't have after May, he got to fulfill them shoes. You understand? If they after Puffy go to court in May, it's not looking too good for him.
No.
It's not.
No, it's not looking good.
No, the guns alone could get him 15, 20 years.
Right.
I'm just going by that. They found guns. I'm not going by what they said he did or whatever. Because they got to come out and say, these kids got to open their mouth and say, when I was such age, he did this to me. So, but the guns alone could give him 15 years. So in 15 years, anything could happen. Is he going to take care of the twins and King? No, he not. He ran from his first son.
So Albie Shore threatens a lawsuit. His lawyers are saying they're going to sue. Amazon took the book down initially because of the photograph. They said that it was a copyright violation.
Right.
Then Todd put the book back up without the cover. He put another generic cover on there. Then it was only up for another week, and then Amazon took it back down. Now, I'm assuming they took it back down because they received the cease and desist, or they received the fact that the book was part of a lawsuit, and that they were going to name Amazon in the lawsuit.
Well,
but you're saying, we spoke earlier, and you said that you don't think that there's going to be a lawsuit.
No, it's not a lawsuit because at the end of the day, it's a lawsuit on him. He sat there and said that their King and the twins' father killed their mother. You understand? That's the same way the book say he was acting with Puffy. He doing the same thing. It's more that he want to sell his book. It's more that he got his name caught up in there. But the facts is he wasn't a father to his son. That's everybody proof. Without even reading the book. His son's living in the house with Diddy and Kim. That's proof right there. You're not the father that you're supposed to be. You didn't fight for your son. So I think it's more that than anything. I don't think he's hurting from the what the book said. It's more that was facts. It really was said. It's not about the book. It's about what happened. So that's what I think it is.
But the book did get taken
Yeah,
down.
it did get taken down.
Is there any possibility? Have you talked to Todd about getting the book put back up? I mean, from what you had said, it sold a ton. I mean, I know that, I don't want to say the numbers, but I mean, we're talking about, and you had mentioned that the royalties were in excess of like, $500,000.
Right.
So that's a lot of money. Like, is that money going to be dispersed, do you think? I mean, are you trying to get the book put back up? Like,
me personally, I'd rather put it up. It's going to go back up regardless. Because one, it was given to me to do it. and I like doing the job. You understand?
Mhm.
Will Amazon take it back? Maybe if it don't got the picture. Maybe if it don't say nothing about I'll be sure. But that still don't stop the facts that I'll be sure you said that Diddy killed Kim Porter. We talking about that's happening every day. Sex happen every day. But you worrying about but when you tell that these twins and King that their father killed Kim Porter, which worse?
I think that Sean Combs is not going to sue Albie Shore because he's got bigger
No,
fish to fry
no,
right now.
no. He's not. So you want to go after other people that you figured he ain't said none of this when Puffy was on the streets.
Right.
He can't say I never said that. You said you heard this interview I did. Puffy was free as a
Mhm.
bird. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't wait till he go to jail to say anything. I said it all the 35 years we've been in the music business together. And I said when he dead is gone. I do want to apologize to the kids, the young adults and the twins for their mother ending up being on the front cover of it. You know what I'm saying? And only because she's not here to defend herself. But the memoir is real.
If you sleep hot at night, you know how disruptive that can be. Whether you're having trouble falling asleep, you're waking up sweating in the middle of the night, or all of the above, that's where GhostBed can help. As the makers of the coolest beds in the world, GhostBed is your go-to for cooling mattresses, cooling pillows, and cooling bedding. From their signature Ghost Ice fabric to patented technology that adjusts to your body's temperature, every Ghost Bed mattress is designed with cooling in mind. So whether you want a plusher mattress that cushions your shoulders and hips, or a firm option with exceptional support, your Ghost Bed will keep you cool and comfortable all night long. When you purchase a Ghost Bed mattress, your comfort is guaranteed. You can try out your mattress for 101 nights, risk-free, to make sure it's the right fit for you. Plus, they offer free shipping, and most items are shipped within 24 hours. If you're not sure which Ghost Bed is right for you, check out their mattress quiz. You'll answer a few questions and get a personalized recommendation. Even better, our listeners can get 50% off site-wide for a limited time. Just visit ghostbed.com/Cox and use the code COX at checkout. Again, that's ghostbed.com/Cox with the code COX at the checkout to save a whopping 50% off site-wide.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of I don't know if you've looked, but there's a bunch of other people that have put up memoir or put up
Right.
books.
Right.
They're putting her photo on all those. So I don't know why they took. I mean, I do know why they took it down, took your version down because of the photo. But I think that was they were just trying to get it taken down, not realizing other people were going to start putting up books. I doubt any of those books are the same as the memoir, though.
Right. And that memoir is not the same as the original memoir. The original one has pictures and it don't have a face on it. You understand?
Right.
So this is the official one. The one Todd and Wade had is the official one. Is out, but it will be back up, whether I'll be sure like it or not. You understand? And
People are trying to sell them right now for how much?
4,000, some going for 5,000, some going for $50.
Happy birthday.
And the funniest thing, Amazon was still selling the same book with the cover. I don't know what's in it after they took it down to season and desist.
I guess my question is that you at some point don't you think that the FBI is going to want to take a look at the flash drives that you have?
I think they already know because it ain't hard to Google what the name is and it link back to who I am for years. You understand? I know it's against the law for child on videos. I didn't put it on there.
Right.
You understand? I know it's against the law for a lot of things. But have I broken law? No. I haven't broken any law. Did Todd lie to the viewers? No, Todd didn't lie to the viewers. Todd didn't know. Wade didn't know. I didn't know. No one knew this was going to happen. Diddy sent himself to jail for the things he did. You understand?
Right.
I'm home. Ain't no 1,000 oil bottles in here. Ain't no lubricant. Ain't no
Right.
wild parties in here. You understand? So he did what he did. Who gonna put him in jail?
What I'm wondering is that like there obviously there's going to be a prosecution. They've gathered a ton of evidence. but I would think that the FBI would have contacted you to try and look at the flash drives.
Mhm.
Is that, I mean, and you're saying, but nobody's contacted you?
Nobody. Only person contacted me is the ones who say what's going on. That want to see what was done to them. You understand? They want justice. I want justice. Tupac was my man.
Who
You understand?
who was that? Who has contacted you to ask that?
Different people who's in the book. You know, I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to be name dropping. You understand?
Okay.
I gave my word to you that I'd do the show. You understand? A lot of people didn't want me to do the show because they know what type of person I am. I'm not gonna sit up on your show and bite my tongue. You understand?
Do you know if Todd's been contacted by the FBI?
Um, I spoke to Ty earlier today. I think somebody had reached out for him. So whatever he got in the flash, the email, I guess he's surrendering that right now today.
Okay. So, all right. So, I mean, he's turning over evidence. So, if you know, if you're, I mean, I'm assuming a lot of this is you did this because you wanted Kim Porter's, you wanted her wishes to be fulfilled, right? To be granted that Diddy or that Sean Combs gets arrested, that he's brought to justice. Lots of people want him to be brought to justice. Why not contact the FBI and just turn over the videos? I mean, they've clearly they've got child on them.
But where I'm from,
They've got proof.
where I'm from, that's snitching, and I'm not getting in that category of snitching. You understand? Is I'm on here doing an interview, is that called snitching? Is it called dry snitching or third person snitching? No, you know what it's called? It's called Tupac told him that he don't die, he multiply. I'm Tupac today, and he wants some justice for what he did. You know, I'm 54 now. If I was early, will I be out there acting like I'm young? Yes, I will. But I'm 54. I have a life. I have a family to stay behind. So this as far as you get. You understand? Call me what you want to call me. I'm not up here like Gene and Jaguar going to thing dropping all this and that. That's their lifestyle. You understand? We all know why Gene not the bodyguard no more. You understand? If anybody know, we already know why
Why
Jaguar was.
why isn't he
Go ahead.
why isn't he the bodyguard?
Because he was getting high. He was getting high with Biggie and them at the studio, and Biggie called on him, and Puffy said he told Puffy that yo, I need another bodyguard because Gina hit high. Puffy walked in the studio, he laid out on the couch like a washed up well on the beach. So he got on. He said, "Yo, but Biggie writing Lil Kim and the music, and that's what pissed Puff off the worst. That's the night he got killed. He told him that. He said, "What? Just tell me if you wrote the music for him." All up in Big face. You know, he didn't want. He claimed that he didn't want Big to go across seas. No, he wanted what happened to Big happen. That's what he wanted to happen. You know what I'm saying? Everything happened just like he wanted to. What I hold Gene accountable for, because Gene sat there and got 30,000 was offered to him to kill him. Why didn't he? He's a cop. Gene is an ex-correction officer, ex-cop, whatever he is, but he's in law enforcement some way. Why did he tell the mother that they was going to kill Big? That's what I hold him accountable for. He sit on TV there smiling. Oh, Puff offered me 30,000 to kill. You cool saying that? That's cool saying it?
I mean, I guess he's okay with it.
Okay, there you go. Now we know why he fired, and now we know why he ain't a correction officer or police no more. Because he don't live by the rule of the streets or the rule of his job.
Um, okay, so I have a question. So if the FBI shows, so I don't understand. If the FBI were to show up and want copies or want to take the flash drives, like have you made copies of them?
No, nope.
Are you gonna hand
If they
them
show
over?
up, if I see alphabet jackets coming on my lawn, they can have whatever they want to have, as long as they ain't taking
Right.
me. They can have whatever they want. I got a 100-inch TV. They want that, they can take that right with them. But no.
Because I mean, yeah, I just like I see them definitely look, I don't see Todd not telling them where he got this from.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't
Yeah.
see Todd saying, I'm a journalist. I'm not gonna tell you who my source is because, so far he hasn't.
Right.
He's keeps mentioning 2 people that are in the entertainment industry, which, let's face it, that's accurate.
Right.
That's you and it's Wade.
Right.
Now, of course, Wade just said, "Hey, meet this guy." He didn't that was it as far
Right.
as I mean, I know he had a copy of the, your original, um, the memoir, but so Todd has said that, but I'm pretty sure that if the FBI reaches out to him, he's gonna immediately say, "Hey, listen, the guy's name is Courtney Burgess. Here's who he is." Um, so I'm thinking that they're probably gonna come. I think the problem is that, well, one, you've looked at the videos, not good. I know you're saying, "Hey, I didn't know that this was on there." The other thing is that, to me, I would contact the authorities because you're essentially you're in possession of one, child, two, evidence. And this is evidence in the case. And I know you're saying it's snitching, but this guy is done. He's going down, and you've got you've got you've got discs that prove that he is a predator and he's having sex with underage, with children. It's child. So that's a definite nail in his coffin. I mean, I'm kind of assuming they probably already have tapes like that.
Right. And they got
You know
people,
what I'm
the
saying?
people who did it still alive. They need to march themselves down there and say, because then it's not snitching. It's about they was
Right.
kids. They are
Yeah.
victims. They're not anticipators. You understand?
Yeah.
Usher
Yeah.
not gonna be Usher tomorrow. He go down there and say what happened. He gonna be a bigger Usher because he gonna stop what was going on. Like me, I want him stopped in his tracks if he was something he had to do with Tupac killing. Because it ain't just from Tupac, it's Gaddafi. You understand? That was his god brother got killed. Then I got shot in East Orange. You understand? 6 times at East Orange on Mon Avenue.
You got shot?
Yes. Yeah. All in my arm and
Who?
my hand.
Mm,
So it's bigger than that. It
how
ain't
did that happen?
behind that. Behind
Behind what?
behind the Tupac and the Biggie situation.
Okay.
You understand? Because I was up in the label next to Lil Kim, next to Biggie, Mark Pitts, and all them coming to the label, and then they didn't know that I was, affiliated with Tupac until we did the song "Unusual Suspects" with Mike Geronimo, DMX.
But are you saying that? So I kind of missed that first part, which was that they paid you to do the Hail Mary.
Yes,
Um, okay. Did they pay you for the song or paid you to produce it?
they paid me for the. It wasn't a song at first; it was just the track. And then they had an engineer, some guy that hit him hard with them or whatever. But a lot of people from Death Row was there. You understand? I just knew Pop and Suge from. I only know Suge from seeing him. You understand? Everybody knows who Suge is. Sitting down with him, no. Never ate with him, no. Has I seen Pop? Yes. Symphony Hall, talked to him on the phone, smoked with him, did everything else with him. But it was a hired for money, helped me out.
Right.
You understand? I needed the cash. I had a bum deal. Money wasn't flowing like it used to. My name was bigger than my money. You understand? So he put me in a good predicament. 18, 17, you see 250K in your hand. What you gonna do?
Okay, that's right. That's what I thought you had said 250. Um, yeah, I don't. My probably my last question here is what's going on with Todd? Like, I mean, what's the issue with Todd? I mean, have you guys? What's he saying? Like, I mean, why haven't they released the funds?
Oh, the funds don't be
Because
released because royalties being hold. They hold royalties for a certain amount of time.
yeah,
That
like 30 to 60 days,
90 to 60 days, 60 to 90 days.
90 to 60.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's no big thing. He's not suing. You understand? We took the book down. First it was because of Kim's face. Then he went it down because he was in it. But in reality, he know it's true. He don't want to tell everybody. He said somebody stole it. He thought it was behind Puffy. He think Puffy did it to mess with him. You understand? I don't know what he ever did with Puffy. I don't know what Puffy ever did with them, but I know it was on them more. You understand? So if I was there, I'm just as guilty as them. I'm not like again. Gene sat there and said he wished watch him and Ja Rule do the butt plugs and all that. You the same as them. I don't see Puffy let you see that much, and you're not anticipating too. You understand? Nobody gonna bring you in the room and watch them bang another man and don't make you get on it too. Like when all the females admitted that Puffy let his friends gang bang, but he not admitting that he helped gang bang a dude. So I'm not taking. I'll be sure. I don't. Whatever he did, he got to pay for his lifetime. But yes, the book will be back up. You understand? It's investors trying to get the book to do movies. You understand? So
Yeah, so you're trying to. I mean, so you guys are trying to sell the book for the film rights?
if the book, honestly, if the book go for film rights, I'll make sure half the money do go to King and the two girls, the twins. I could be that fair.
Okay.
I would definitely make sure that happens because they don't. This is it. All they got is their self and their grandmother. I don't know what Puffy got put away for them, but that's how I play.
Um. So have you? One more question is that Jaguar was talking about how there are people out there trying to sell the the discs or sell the videos, the flash drives. I mean, has Todd tried to sell the flash drive? I mean, I know I saw an interview where he said he would flat sell them.
Well,
I'm wondering if
I
he's
saw it. I saw it too, but I don't know what he would sell. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Jaguar talking a whole lot of SHIT. You understand? Because if anybody had him, they'd have been showed it.
right.
You understand? This bigger than the presidential right now. Diddy. You understand? You either got two things to watch: the presidential or Diddy. So the money is out there for it if they had it. I'm not trying to sell it. You understand? I want to keep it so do a movie if anybody pop out. If I have them that long, since you said FBI looking for them, if I have them that long, yes, I will put it in a movie and put it out. So that'll be my proof. But well as me selling, no, I ain't hard up for the sell. I just like good business. So that's what it be, good business. I'm not gonna sell it to Mary J or sell it to Usher or sell it to Jay-Z. I'm not gonna confront them like that. I'm not gonna, regardless if you stopping by, I'm not going. I'll call it extortion because I don't want.
Yeah.
I ain't never been extorted for my lunch, and I ain't never been extorted for my shoes or glasses. I ain't gonna start doing it. Pick up that bad habit. So I don't know.
Um. So what's the issue? What's going on with you and Todd right now?
Todd thing he like to have everything in his hands, and it can't be
Right.
like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Is this umbrella is not just Todd holding an umbrella. I'm here to help him realize that people believe that he did get it from somebody. You understand? I'm not here to destroy credibility of his name. I'm more here to help him. But he can't tell me he know this, he know that. I've been in the music business for 35 years. I don't know how long he's been in his professional, but I've seen it, the music business. I tasted, I lived it, I made it. You understand? He got the
Right.
book out of Wade hand. Wade got it from a mutual friend. I got it from somebody, and a mutual friend gave it to Wade, and it worked. How many books sold in 15 days? 1.5 million.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Probably it's a lot of
That's a lot
books.
of books. I'm glad people reading today. I'm glad they reading today. But who else made that much money? Records don't even sell that much no more. The label's mad. They wish they had his music in it. Average artist selling what 300,000 records today.
You're probably looking at over 25,000 books have been sold, maybe more.
Okay.
At a minimum, maybe probably closer to 30,000 books.
Mm-hmm.
If it's over a million If it's over a million gross. If you're saying it's 1.5, well then add another 15,000 to that. So it might be 45,000 books. That's a ton of books. You had said, we spoke before, and you had said that you grew up with Sean Combs, or you grew up in that same area as him. And if you knew him when you were
Area, we grew up in a generation of his father
okay.
and my godfather, Frank Lucas.
Okay. How can you explain that?
I grew up in Newark, New Jersey, the Bellisburg area, the downtown area, all over Newark, no special place. I had a lot of people older than me. I like to hang around older people. You understand? Some of the bigger players out there. From Ark Bark Prey, he just been released. Glad for him to be home for 37 years. Been in prison and federal jail, Kingpin from Newark, New Jersey. Frank Lucas, a couple of Italians, um, the Glitchios. Puffy, he always, it's a generation thing between men, not just music. His father was in a little, he had his own little thing. I'm not going to say he was affiliated with Frank Lucas, but he was a snitch. His father was a snitch, and Frank Lucas didn't trust him. And as Puffy grew up into the music business, I came in '94 under the Artifacts, Big Beat Records with Craig Kelman. So as we grew up, I dropped a album, he'd drop, he was, he was bouncing back and forth. He was his weight in New York. You understand? Before then, me and Tupac, we grew up, let's say around '94. Queen Latifah, we was at a show in Newark Symphony Hall. He was backstage and Jay-Z. I ran into, that's when I first met Jay-Z back in '94 at Symphony Hall backstage. Cool.
How old were you then?
I could have been about 18.
Okay.
18. Before
And were you already producing records, or you were trying to enter the
I was already in the music business. I came up with Wyclef. He was my classmate from the Fugees. Hung around Redman, the Outsiders, Queen Latifah, Apache, may he rest in peace, Mark. It was a big crowd. Newark had a big, big outcome. So at the same time, one was two good managers from Newark, me and Shakim Shabbat. Shakim was Queen Latifah manager. I was the Artifacts manager. I came up, I got a phone call from Pac. He said, "Yo, man, I'm sitting at Fatal Home. He crashed my Land Cruiser. He came into the club with a gun. Get him a record deal." So I was already on Atlantic with Lil Kim.
Wait, I don't understand what happened.
Tupac,
You have to understand that this whole world is foreign to me.
okay, Tupac, he's from the Outlaws, and he gave me a call. He said, "I'm sending Hussein Fatal home. He's coming home back to Montclair, New Jersey." So I went up there. I met with a producer named Buff to reach Fatal. So I say, "Look, Pac, talk to me. I need to get you a deal. Give me like 17 days." I got him a record deal in like 14 days with a Wanda Booth at Relativity Records and Steve Styles. So I got him the deal. I couldn't take him to Atlanta because, of course, Lil Kim was over there, Junior Mafia, Biggie, all of them was over there. So at the same time, we did, DMX just got to Def Jam with Suzanne. And Rosa was there. Kamoya was over there. So they, said, "Yo, DMX, we about to drop him." So I took DMX, we put him on a song with Mike Geronimo called Unusual Suspects. So Puffy heard it. The next day we heard the song on the radio, and Puffy took Fatal off it because he was affiliated with the Outlaws of Tupac. So it was a big thing behind that. You understand? A lot of people was kind of scared of Diddy Puffy back then. I wasn't. So I confronted him about the song, why he take him off. You understand? He wanted to put the locks on. So I said, okay. It wasn't no beef. I'm in two labels in New York now. I run from Relativity, run to Atlantic Records by myself. So, it wasn't no scared thing because, I was born by myself. It was more that looking through your rear through mirror and watching you looking over your shoulders, that type of thing. So the Artifacts did this thing. Artifacts did good. They went gold on the high school high project. That's the movie soundtrack with Wu-Tang and all of them, Eric Badu and all of them. Same time, I ran into Pac in Baltimore, and he was living on in Baltimore on the corner house. I forgot the name of the street, really the name of the street. But he's going through things, going to school there. Then he went over he got arrested in New York. I'm skipping time. But at the same time, I still was affiliated with people in New York. You understand? They were still kind of scared of Puff. And I was kind of more nervous, overwhelmed, because here I go. I'm affiliated with the Outlaws. I got to come over here every day regardless. Been in the tunnel, been in different clubs in New York. Have to still watch my back. Shooting kicked off New York with him and Sham and J-Lo. So, it's Puffy. That's him. You understand? The things he do, that's him.
But I watched one of your interviews or I read something online, and it said that you had helped produce one of Tupac's songs, one of the famous ones, like Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Yeah. I had seen him in New York, and he asked what was going on. I said, yo, I'm over here on this label. I wasn't happy where I was at. So what you got? I love to hear it. The Suge was there. He paid me more what I had got for what I got on a record deal for. So he said, his engineer producer was there, Hit Him Hard was there too. So was no credits really performed. Hit Him Hard. He was the engineer and producer doing it. He took over the track. So I left. I got almost $250,000 in my pocket. I'm not gonna sit there cash. I'm not gonna sit there and wait for, somebody to take it off me. So I was out. I let them handle that part. But we still stayed in contact through phone. That's how I ended up signing Fatal through him, talking to him, talking to his father. His father was doing life in prison. Mutar Shakur.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, the collaboration between you guys.
It was more friends than more business. Like, I was his road dog.
Okay.
I was his ears in New York. I came to the sideline. I used to be with Liza. That's his manager. She's out in the Bay Area, I believe. I went out there, met Fatal several times. I went to meet him out in Cali. I was out in Burbank. I was more his, his ears, his shadow. He was cool guy. You understand? To get down to the basics, even in Atlanta, when he was coming to the rim shop where Eric Sherman had a couple of holders, we used to meet up there and talk. Anything he needed, I got for him.
Well, I thought I saw one of the interviews where you talked about you had talked to Tupac about starting your own label.
Yes,
About you and he starting your own.
It was called Alter Ego Records. That's what I got a couple of songs with him on it, him and Fatal. I launched it, but I didn't release anything yet. I'm waiting for the time, not for hard time, just for the right time. I know it's been several years, but I got some songs out on all the platforms I release.
But you're saying you were talking about starting one with him.
Yes, Alter
with
Ego,
Tupac.
Alter Ego Records.
Was he unhappy?
Yes, I'm gonna say he was unhappy. He had his own label that we switched over to Jive Records. Vince Baum's got him on Jive Records, and that's when I took Fade Away with the Relative. They didn't want to put everything in, all the eggs in one basket. Amelia Records. See,
Okay.
when Tupac was arrested, Suge didn't bail him out. Interscope bailed him out. Suge was signed to him as a manager, not as the label. Ron G was going to bail him out at first. A lot of people didn't know Ron G was going to be the one to bail him out, but Suge bailed him out at first. So he ended up, paying his dues to Suge because that was his bail sign. And at the time over there, you could see in Snoop's face how jealous he was. He was so jealous of Pac because every time they take a picture Pac was under Big Suge's arms. Snoop was always on the front, and you could see the jealousy growing every day in his face. It wasn't about Snoop Dogg. Come on, Snoop Dogg dropped one good album, Dog Pound,
Okay.
Chronic, one big thing. What dog he was, I don't know what dog you could call him. He wasn't a pit bull. He wasn't a German Shepherd. You understand? He was a watchdog. I call him a watchdog. You understand? Not no no dog man you'll buy. You know, we probably buy it for our daughters, our wife, but he wasn't even that. He wasn't a vicious poodle. You understand? He was a double agent.
So you had on I want to say it was Dope TV that or something. Yeah, it was one of those interviews where I saw you, and you had basically said that that Snoop Dogg, you kept basically saying he was like a snitch or something.
Yeah, he was a
like
house dog. He was a house dog. He go out in the
What is that?
street. He go out. What I mean by that, he'd be in the house with Death Row, around Suge, around Pac. Then he hit the streets. He run to tell Puffy at his house because his son used to hang with Puffy. Son, what else could they talk about? When you beefing with two different things, what else could you talk? What could have been the conversation with Puffy? He always was a
Okay.
step ahead of Pac because Pac dropped it first with Bone Thugs, then Biggie dropped it with Bone Thugs. What else could he talk about? That beef was so hard. It wasn't as hard as when Pac see Biggie, he's shooting or they throwing hands. It was more who could sell the most records type. But when you got somebody like Diddy and Snoop acting like two girls, or don't let her do your hair, or don't let her hold your bags, it got out of hand. You understand? Snoop, he was a snitch for the FBI, for the feds, and he was a snitch for, of course, Diddy. He was a house dog.
Well, why do you say he was a snitch for the feds? How does
Because one, you got to look at his thing. He get locked up for murder. Then he get pulled over for marijuana, a couple of weight of weed. Then he catch rape charges of young 15-year-old white girls. You understand? From Girls Gone Wild, that was buried under the table because, of course, you know what buried things under the table. Moolah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the only thing that buried things under the table. But at the same time, now he running around. Martha Stewart try to hide. You understand? It's just something about his whole demeanor that don't fit in. You understand? How you go from being a house dog, to getting a murder charge, to getting caught with weed and rape charges.
Well, I don't know how that makes him how does that make him a
because he never did time in jail. When you don't do time in jail for things like that, you telling something.
You don't think it's money? You don't think he just
and you
had a lot of money?
No, it's not money. When you touch little girls, I don't care what race they are, white, Chinese, black, whatever nationality, it's a crime. You're looking at the age and how he's supposed to have raped them. Ecstasy, weed, whatever he used the tool to get it, he got it. Same time, he's leaving the state. I don't know if you ever been in court of federal charge or any type of charge. You can't leave the state when you on paper. Then when we get to New York, he don't go up in the studio and record. He go to the studio, the radio station with Angie Martinez, with Biggie and Pop. I mean, with Biggie and P. Diddy. He didn't come upstairs with Puffy. I mean, with let me get the names right. He go to the studio with Biggie and Diddy and Angie Martinez, Hot 97. He don't go upstairs with Pac and Death Row, Suge, the Outlaws. That's night of the shooting. So what could they talked about? He get on there, these my dogs. See, before then he say, "Oh Pac, I don't want to be gangster." He never was gangster. What made him gangster? Because he not do the crip walk dance? Because he wore a blue bandana around his neck? Because he's a rapper? That'll make you gangster. He never did anything gangster. What make him gangster? And Pac is not a blood. He's not a crip. So why would you tell Pac you don't want to be gangster no more?
So do you think that he had something to do with setting up Tupac, with Tupac's murder?
Of course.
I saw that part of the interview.
I do.
Why do you think that? What do you think happened there?
Because if his son grew up with Diddy's son, and he goes to that Diddy, and if Diddy wiping oil on everybody else or whatever his charges may be, what he do with Snoop? Diddy is not stupid. He just did stupid things. So he's sitting there. He got to tell him something that he's a Crip. So if somebody run and do something to a Crip, and he's jealous, envy, he got like an egg roll face. He got jealousy showing, envy showing, can't stand Pac showing, I'm mad showing. He got everything in one face. Call him Snoop Dogg the egg roll face. He's just mad. You understand? KVD, he should just tell the truth who was really in the car with him. His nephew was never in the car with him. His nephew got his shoulder kicked out of place. He went to the restaurant inside the casino. It was Keefe D in the car, but who was in the back seat? Who was riding with him? His own words, he said, Big Meech was in the car with me. So you take Big Meech, you take Puffy, you take everybody around Puffy who dealt with Big Meech. Big Meech just come to the rim shop in Atlanta. They all know Pac. He had to get a rep with them. Why Snoop never came to the fight? They just was on a,
Well,
they was on a private jet together, just left New York.
So I mean, I still don't understand. So you're thinking that he had something to do with it because he didn't show up?
I think he had something to do with it because he knew what was going to happen. Whether he showed up
Okay.
or didn't show up, he knew what was happening. So he figured Pac out the way, he back to Snoop Dogg. He the dog, house dog again. He wasn't the house dog no more. From Chronic, what other record he made big?
I don't know.
He didn't. So when Pac came in, put America Most Wanted, that made him. He ain't make Pac. Pac made him. It wasn't the dog pound gin and juice no more. It was Outlaw's Thug Life. So that's enough to get. See, you not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. But we know
Right.
that look on somebody's face. You know that energy. You understand? So you see any picture he ever did with all three of them, he wasn't happy that Pac was under the arm. He wasn't there no more. He traded on his own boy, Dr. Dre, not to go to Dre label. So he stayed there with Suge. Because he figured that was his home, that was his house. So
Okay, sorry. I was gonna say the memoir and we'll get to the memoir in a minute. It talks about uh, Sean Combs being with multiple producers, executives, different people. Is that something that you had heard about in the industry before you actually saw the memoir?
back in
Like,
96, 97, when Wendy Williams was doing Hot 97, Wendy Williams used to always call up. Man, Wendy Williams is like this. The gay rapper from New York, gay rapper from New York. That's all she kept saying. I seen Puffy on the beach, him and Mace. The gay rapper from New York, all this. And she chose to call me because back then, I still wasn't scared to open my mouth. So I've been heard that he was like that. You understand? Him,
Yeah.
Russell Simmons, Andre Harrell, um, and more. It's Puffy biggest thing was he liked to see men do things for money. You know what I'm saying? He called that's weak, the power. So he was the director. If you ain't sit on Puffy lap, you didn't move to the next. It wasn't action. He was cut. So yes, it always been said that's what it was. That he was the gay rapper or the gay
What
person in New
about
York.
the violence? Um,
Violence. I never be honest. The violence I heard was from people. Like one time Nas did something supposed to have been with Pac. They jumped his manager in somewhere and broke his jaw. Um, Smith and Wesson, peace out to them too. They came over to New York, did something with them, did the same thing, jumped them, caused them to have to change their name from Smith and Wesson to another name. he found his way. Even with Jay-Z, I guess he saw Jay-Z is coming up. That'd have been his competition. You understand? Jay-Z, I never had a problem with Jay-Z. Me and Jay-Z been cool since East Orange. He was coming to East Orange with Black Rob. I mean, not Black Rob, Big L. He's heard with a rapper named Big L. From the cowboy boots he used to wear to his triple fat goose he used to wear. You know, Jay-Z was cool. He's still cool today with me. You know, I don't see what everybody.
Yeah, at this point, like stuff just keep coming out. You know, I thought it was a conspiracy at first, and I still think it's a conspiracy. But we all got different minds, different opinions. This is straight entertainment. Do your own research. But it's crazy for every day new allegation coming out. Underage. Yeah, I do believe all these Ushers and Beaver, all of them was young when they started. So I understand. I seen all the young kids hanging with Diddy, so I know what's going on. So I don't know why they're acting surprised, but something going on. They ain't telling us. I just want you to like, subscribe, share, hit the comment for more videos like this. Peace.